The sharks were only doing what they do, that is, hunting. Unfortunately, that day, Nick Peterson came across their path and he became their prey. When the four boys started off that day, they were eagerly looking forward to the fun that they were going to have. None of them could have anticipated that this day would change everything for them. They were going to go wakeboarding, that is, surfing behind the wake of a boat on a board. It is a lot of fun. It's rather like water skiing, but it's hard to do. You often fall off. You fall. In fact, if you're like me, you fall off all the time. And guys, this story is particularly troubling for me because many of you have heard my own story of being hit on the hip by a tiger shark. It was while I was wakeboarding off of Marco Island, Florida. So I can see myself in the water. I can see it all so clearly, and it is tragedy. The 16-year-old boys were watching Nick as he was going along. One of them remarked suddenly that there was a shark. As soon as he had said shark, Nick fell off of his board. They all watched in horror, front row seats, for what happened next. A huge white pointer, or great white shark, as we call them, came out of the water, just like this one, grabbed a hold of Nick, who was screaming and struggling, calling for help, and it quite literally shook him twice and bit him in half. There was another shark following quickly behind. That shark came out of nowhere and snatched Nick's remains, going down into the deep. The boys on board, the three 16-year-olds, were screaming at the top of their lungs. They had never seen anything like this except for in movies. They didn't know what to do. They circled the boat quickly, looking for their friend, but all they found was a widening pool of blood. They searched with thermal imaging for Nick's remains and never found anything. The sharks hunted and then went down to the deep with their prey. You see, although sharks, great white sharks, ordinarily don't hunt us, we're the right size to be on their menu. We've all seen videos of those seal decoys they pull behind boats and the sharks propelling themselves out of the water. Well, friends, what do you suppose a boy on a surfboard looks like? Or that commotion? To the sharks, that was food in the water, struggling. And they were following the boat likely for some time. If you had any idea, when you're out water skiing and you're out wakeboarding, how many bull sharks and tigers and dolphins and many other aquatic animals that are curious by your passing will follow you and your boat. Be careful out there, friends. For those that were left behind and witnessed this and are grieving this young man's loss, I am so sorry. May he rest in peace.